Welcome back, everybody. In tonight's Business Matters Report, we take a look at an organization that's not about making money, but rather making lives better through reading, a skill that opens up an entirely new world of hope and opportunity.
Oh, somebody was asking about Dan Brown.
Oh, yeah, he's popular, right?
The numbers are striking. 1 in 6 adults here in Hawaii have very low levels of literacy.
That means that they cannot read at a third grade level, and it prevents them from being able to access work and educational opportunities.
Enter Hawaii Literacy, an organization that works directly with communities that are disproportionately impacted by high rates of poverty by connecting them with tutoring, technology, and books. And the need is critical because when parents struggle to read, their children often follow suit.
Definitely there's a generational impact. The greatest determinant of a child's academic success is the literacy level of their parent. So if a parent has a language barrier, then that impacts the child being able to get the support they need and even being able to read together as a family.
Hawaii Literacy consists of 5 main programs: adult literacy, English language learner, family literacy libraries, digital literacy, and the most visible program, the Hawaii Bookmobile.
So we always try to make it a place where people feel comfortable and welcomed. And especially when we're dealing with the older kids, we cannot always find exactly what gets their attention at that moment. But we always try to make it so that they know that they can come back. Please come back. And maybe today I cannot hook you, but I'm gonna try again tomorrow.
Burgess says while libraries provide invaluable services, they could also be intimidating for people struggling but wanting to learn how to read. The Bookmobile, on the other hand, is anything but intimidating.
I do have memories too of like, shh, you're talking too loud, or fees that need to be paid and those kinds of things. And we try to roll up right to their doorstep and make that connection with, learning doesn't just happen somewhere outside of your home. It happens right here on your doorstep in your community.
Right now, there are 3 Bookmobiles rolling into communities statewide, but keeping the program alive and well isn't easy. The need for community support, whether it be in the form of funding or time as volunteers, is always there.
We are so grateful, though, because we have foundations, government support, individuals, lots of companies that support us, as well as volunteers who show up, sometimes week after week.
But wait, what if?
And while electronic devices such as phones and tablets can be a distraction if used improperly, the team at Hawaii Literacy uses those tools to their advantage.
Oh, yeah. I think there's really appropriate ways to use technology, and we try to implement that in a number of our programs. But there's nothing like reading, having a book in your hand, especially when children are younger.
And she says there is nothing better than to see an adult or child who once struggled to read now embracing an open book.
For a child to be able to read and for an adult to be able to read, not just for themselves, but for their children and future generations.
Just to see their joy and their own agency in what they're able to do and accomplish, priceless.
You can see the joy they have in sharing that gift of reading. Now, if you or somebody you know does need help learning to read, please don't be ashamed. Instead, reach out and open yourself up to a whole new world of opportunity.